Hello. Hello. Oh, Queenie, what's up? You look really sad. You are sad. Oh, can I have a look at it? Queenie's a bit sad because she was drawing and her pen went through the paper and it made a hole. Have you ever done that? I've done that. Do you know what? I get it. It can be really annoying because that wasn't your plan with this drawing, was it? But can I show you a really cool trick of what I do if I make a mistake? It's actually, do you know what? It's the inspiration that I got from an amazing book called Beautiful Oops by Barney Salzberg. And I love this book. I read it to everybody, and I think you'd love it too. I actually tried to get it for today, but didn't come in time. So I tried to find a different way to do it, and I just decided, you know what? I'll just show you what I learned from this book. This is what we're going to learn today, okay? Give me 1 minute. I'm going to go to the kitchen. I've got all my art stuff there, and I'm going to show you how to turn this into a beautiful oops. You want to, Queenie? See it? Yeah? You want to see it? Yeah? I'll be right back. Ready? Let me show you. I have created a beautiful oops. What a beautiful oops is taking a mistake, something that you didn't plan to happen, and turning it into something really fun. Okay? Because we can get down and upset about it. That's not very fun, is it? What is more fun is just taking that mistake and using it and creating something cool from it. So here, it was, do you remember Queenie had made that hole? Do you remember that hole, Queenie? Look. And so I thought, look, I thought I was inspired by that hole. And I thought, actually, I'm going to make a star into it. And then that line that was originally supposed to be your part of your drawing, I turned it into a shooting star. And then I thought, I love it. So I'm going to make more shooting stars. So here, I turned your mistake into a beautiful oops. Okay, here is my beautiful oops shooting stars. You like them? Yeah, cool. Yeah, of course we can do more. Queenie says she has another mistake that her mummy did this morning. Uh-oh, mummy. Yeah, she says, can we please turn it into something great that makes her happier than it made her this morning? So, oh yeah, there we go. Oh, Queenie. You know what? I definitely have done this to my daughter's work before. So I apologize on behalf of mums and dads and adults everywhere. Can you see what Queenie's mum did? She put her coffee cup on the paper that Queenie was about to draw on, and now it's covered in coffee rings. I'm up for doing that. Queenie, would you like to try and do one too? Yeah? Okay, here's another one. Uh-oh. This is one, her little brother. She was drawing a horse, and her little brother poured some water on the drawing. Queenie, were you happy? She says she was furious. Do you know what? Sometimes little brothers and sisters can do that, can't they? Okay, Queenie, are we up for this challenge? Yeah? All right. See you in a minute. Hello, hello. Are you ready to see what beautiful oopses we've made now? So do you remember Queenie's mum had put the coffee cup on the paper, had the big coffee rings. She wasn't happy. I turned it into this. Ta-da! I used those rings as inspiration and I thought, oh, it looks a little bit like wheels. I'm going to turn them into wheels. And then the splodge up here, I thought it's going to be a face. And actually, it's going to be a rider riding a bicycle. Actually, they look like they're going so fast. I'm going to make it into a race. There's two people riding their bicycles and racing along. Pretty cool, I think. I was really happy with that one. What do you think? Yeah? Thanks, Queenie. Now, what did you do? Can you share with us? Ah, shall I show them? Yeah. Look what Queenie's made. So, do you remember she had the horse and then her little brother poured all the water on it? Oopsie. So she has made her beautiful oops. Is she turned it because it was a bit like a cloud. You thought it was a bit like a cloud, like the horse's head was now in a cloud, and you turned it into a cloud. There you go. How did it feel to make a beautiful oops, Queenie? Fun. Yeah, it is fun, right? Yeah. Oh, she says it was really fun. Instead of feeling grumpy about it, just actually turn it into something new and exciting. Exactly. That is exactly what I love about this. Now, do you have any more mistakes? Yeah? Okay. Queenie, she says she's got a few more in the bin. So we'll be right back and we'll find what she's got. Now, I'm delighted to say that Queenie's been making loads of mistakes today. So we've got loads of fun things to work with. Queenie, it's brilliant. And I'm so happy we rescued them from the bin because it's much more fun for us to be sitting at the table making exciting things out of them than sitting in the bin. I totally think so. Okay, so we've got this one. She said she was trying to do a picture out of dots. And then she scribbled a bit. Well, not scribbled, but she said that her hand moved and then she scribbled on top of it because she got cross. So this is one she chucked in the bin. But I say, no bin, let's do something fun. And this was another one. She was trying to draw a house and then she was using chalks. You know, chalks are really easy to smudge, really easy to make mistakes with chalks. So she smudged it. She moved her arm on it and now it's got a big smudge. So she stopped drawing the horse. But Queenie, have a look at this. Do you think there's any shapes here that you could make that out into? It looks a little bit like our nose on a rocket or something, or an airplane, kind of the end of the airplane or the rocket. I think you can make something really cool out of that. Do you want to try? Yeah? All right. That's your one. And let's have this one. Do you know what? I have to say, I really just like that it's kind of free. There's no kind of there's not a story for me here. It's just sort of like energy. You've got your dots, and then you've got this kind of splodge, and I just feel loads of fun energy. And it's green, and I really love purple and green. So I feel like maybe I'll just create something that's loads of purple. I'm kind of inspired by the purple on your one as well. Should we go and do those? Yeah? Okay, Racia. We're back and we are ready to share what we have created. Do you want to go first or shall I? Okay, I'll go first. So do you remember, I just really loved green and purple. So I just wanted to go for it. And I just got that purple crayon and I put all my energy in it. Just went for it. I just felt like I was expressing all my feelings that I was feeling. And it really made me feel good. Just, oh, I feel more relaxed after doing this. I think I was a bit busy and I just did it and I feel like I got some of that energy out. So that was really fun. I really enjoyed doing that. I'm excited to see what Queenie's got. Can we see? Yeah, is it this one? Ooh, look. You took what I said and you played with it. I love that. So you made it. Is it a rocket? It is a rocket. Look. It's a space rocket. She turned that splodge into the nose of a space rocket. And then she drew the space rocket and she drew a little person. And then that was the original house bit, wasn't it? So you've used that. Is that kind of a stand? Is it holding up the rocket or it splurts off into space? That's so cool. Queenie, should we do one more? Okay. One more? I think so. Okay. I think I found one in the bin that I think looks quite fun. Okay. And we have to decide who's going to do it, with me or you, because it's just one left. Let's have it. A ripped piece of paper. Now, I have to say, I love playing with ripped pieces of paper because look, we could turn it into a mouth. Ooh, maybe it could be a whale's mouth. It could be the start of a journey. Maybe we can make it into like a pirate's treasure map. There are loads of things you can do with a rip. Yeah, you want to do it too. Do you know what, Queenie? I really want to do something too. How about, shall I make another ripped piece of paper and we both get to do one? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we're on our final ones. This is what I made. This is the rip. I turned that rip into a river and then I made a big forest with some birds. And I was reading Where the Wild Things Are last night. Do you know that story with Max when he turns into a wild thing and he wears his wolf suit and he has his little ears and his big tail? So I drew him walking up the river into the forest to find the wild things. That was mine. But I think you're going to be really excited to see what Queenie did. Okay, this is really cool. Let me see. It's quite big. Let's get up. I'm going to need two hands. Can you see this, Queenie? It's so cool. Queenie, do you want to tell us what it is? Yeah? Oh my goodness. She made a dragon. She was so busy and she was saying, can I have some tape? Can I have some more tape? She was so busy. And look, I'm going to just give you a close up because I think it's so cool. This is the dragon's mouth. Is it roaring out fire? So cool. And she was running around and flapping it around. Absolutely love it. And she told me it's not finished. She's got a whole page down here that's blank. And she said, I still want to put something else on here. So it's not finished. That was a really cool start. Well done, Queenie. Do you see how much fun you can have when you make mistakes? You can actually turn them into something fun. Another mistake, I noticed that I just got some blue on this white t-shirt. Actually, I also got some other stains on it today. I was ironing it, and sometimes irons, I don't know this happens to other people, but sometimes when I iron, even with different irons, something funny happens and there's a funny stain that comes, and sometimes it sticks. And that happened today. It's more on the back, okay? And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get it off. And at first, I was disappointed and thought, oh, that's the end of my white t-shirt. But I was thinking about beautiful oopses and turning the mistakes into something fun. So I've decided I'm actually going to dye it. I'm either going to do some tie-dye, make it really fun in different colors, or I'm going to try and find some dye that's just my favorite color or a color that I love wearing, and then I'll dye it. And so actually, even though this mistake has happened and it's become a bit stained, I'm going to just use it to turn it into something fun, because we don't have to just get stuck when we make a mistake. We can try and find ways to make it different. So that is your job today, is to think about mistakes in a way that isn't just terrible, but actually you can find the fun in it. And we've got some questions, haven't we, Queenie? Should we ask them? Today's questions are, how did Queenie feel about making a hole in her paper? How did that mistake make her feel? And what did I do with the mistake? What did I teach her she can do? How do you feel when you make mistakes? Do you feel happy about it? Or do you feel very frustrated? Do you feel annoyed? How do you feel? And have a think, what could you do next time that you make a mistake? There's something that you could do differently, the way that you think about it, that would help you feel differently about those mistakes. Now, you can either pause the video here and have a chat, or you can watch to the end of the video and have a chat once everything's done. Completely up to you. It's now time for our activity. And Queenie and I had a big chat, and we decided that we want you to try making those beautiful oopses together. So what you're going to do is you're going to make some mistakes for each other. You could punch holes in something, you could rip it, you could drop some ink or some paint, you could do a big smudge, or you could do a big scribble and pretend you got something wrong. And then you're going to hand your mistake over to the other person. And the other person, you're both going to swap, okay? And then you're going to take the mistakes of the other person and you're going to turn them into your beautiful oopses. And we would absolutely love to see these. So please, please, please share these with us, because it really makes us happy seeing children and adults learning how to create a beautiful oops. We think it's so important and we would love to see it. So please share it with us so that we can see. And that is all for today, isn't it, Queenie? All done. And I just want to add, though, that the beautiful oopses, they don't have to just be about art, okay? They can be about anything in life. The other day, I'd booked this really cool boat trip. I was so excited about going on it. We got there, and it turned out I booked the wrong day. So once I'd had a little cry and admitted that I felt very disappointed that we weren't going and frustrated with myself for not looking a bit closer when I did the booking, we actually turned the day into a beautiful oops day, because suddenly we had a free day, we had no plans, and we went to loads of new places and tried new things, ate somewhere new, some foods that we'd never tried before, and it was really fun, and it became a whole beautiful oops day. So we don't have to just limit thinking about beautiful oopses to art. We can add them to any mistakes that we make, adults and kids. So we hope that we send you off with a new way of looking at mistakes and you find so many beautiful oopses in your day. Bye.